Good morning and welcome everyone to the Respond Customer Service webinar series, which takes place the second Tuesday of the month. We're glad you've joined us. Before I hand things over to Lea, I just want to remind everyone that we do have several EMS billing trainings coming up yet this year. If you are in the area of Easton, Pennsylvania, or Augusta, Georgia, or is that Novato, California, maybe? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Or Pittsburgh, Texas. Wow, I wonder, I assume that's right. Pittsburgh, Texas. Never knew there, okay, Leah's saying, yes, that's correct. Never knew we had a Pittsburgh in Texas. Wanted to make sure that wasn't supposed to be a PA. But anyway, we have our 2-day trainings going on. So if you haven't attended one in a while, please consider registering for that. There's more information on our website. If you go to tritech.com, go to the community section under Respond. But these are great events that Lea and some of our other trainers conduct. And not only are you getting amazing training and learning more nuances of the billing program, but you also can pick up 11 elective CEU credits for the National Academy of Ambulance Coding. So just want to give a plug for that. All right, I'm going to hand things over to Lea now, but we do want to encourage you to ask questions throughout the presentation. She'll be getting to your questions at the end. And if for any reason that dashboard collapses on you, you can just click on that red arrow on your GoToWebinar dashboard, and that will expand it so that you can enter your questions. So today, Lea is going to be speaking about how to recreate an ECM, both on-premise and cloud. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Lea. Good morning, Lea.
Good morning, Sherry, and good morning to all, and thank you for joining me today on this webinar that we're going to be reviewing Recreate ECMs. So as you can see on the screen, right now we're looking at a on-premise billing program. So if I go into billing, I have my option of the Create ECM, but what we're going to focus today on is the Recreate ECM. So if you need to correct a call within a batch, correct multiple calls throughout a batch, failed to go initially, whatever the circumstances may be, and you have to recreate an ECM. You can go to the Recreate ECM under the billing, just like I did. Open up using the magnifying glass to grab your batch. Now this is a test database that I am utilizing, so I'm just going to go ahead and randomly grab any batch here. The parameters are never saved with a Create ECM, and that's the biggest thing to remember when going in to do the Recreate ECM is the parameters are never saved. So you always have to indicate the submitter ID. The carrier is always going to be Universal 5010, regardless of who it is now. If it's a care, if it's a CAID, if it's a railroad, insurance, doesn't matter. It's all under the one umbrella of Universal 5010. Now, when it comes to the claim folder name, the claim folder name is that destination within your system of where you want that batch to go, what folder or what drive you want that claim to go to so that you can grab it to upload it later. You can utilize the magnifying glass and drill down to find wherever it is that you want it to go. Now, if you're premise, most of the time it's going to already go to your defaulted location. With online, which I'll show you in a minute, that one's a little bit different. So for a premise, you're typically going to go to your Amazon, Amazon claim files folder, which is typically located within your server. Okay, so but you do have to choose it. The other option that you can do, and this is what I encourage, is you can also have your Create ECM open at the same time as your Recreate ECM. So that way you have your claim folder name right there, and you can easily copy it, and then I'll do a Control-Alt and delete and remove all that, and we'll do a paste over, and it's not working. I'll remove the existing one that is in there, and then I can, from my Create, I can copy and paste that value in. Same with the claim folder name, so that you can easily identify it. You can copy and paste in that name. Well, try that again. Copy, paste. There, it likes it when I do that, not from the keyboard. So ensuring that we have the proper name so that you can easily identify whether it's a Medicare, a Medicaid, a railroad, an insurance, what have you. You can easily identify what the name is, and then again, making sure that the path is going to the appropriate location. And then of course, you're going to go ahead and generate to create that patch. So that was for premise. It's pretty much the same thing with online. So I did switch screens to the test database online. And again, having my create ECM opening up my parameters, so I have that path already listed there for me, as well as the specific name. And again, this is just a test database. So when I go to my recreate ECM, grab the existing batch that I want to work with, usually all the way at the bottom, scrolling down to the bottom, go ahead and grabbing a batch. Again, submitter ID always has to be entered. The carrier's always universal 5010. And again, doing the option to grab that claim folder name, especially with online, that's extremely important. Most of the time we have created a shortcut to your desktop for online customers. It's the C drive, HSV folder, your customer number, and then the claim files folder. So making sure that that is set up and copied over correctly is really, really important. And then again, grabbing that claim folder name so that you recognize it when it comes over. And then again, generating that batch so that it goes to the correct location that it's already set up. You know, when you do your create ECM, everything's all set up for you. It's wonderful, fantastic. Hit generate and it goes. With the recreate, again, you have to plug in everything. And being able to copy and paste it from your create ECM is really, really helpful. If you don't have it open, or if you know the path, again, you can always utilize the magnifying glass and drill down so that you can grab your C drive or wherever path that it's going to. Not all online customers utilize the path of the HSV folder. Majority of them do, but not everyone does. So again, having that opportunity to grab it from the claim file folder is really, really important, and bringing that down. If you forget and you go ahead and you create that batch and you can't find it, you're like, oh, where did it go? I can't find it. And then you remembered, oh, I didn't put in the path. It's not necessarily a big deal to go in and grab it again and then go ahead and put in your parameters again and recreate, knowing this time that you put the path in there. So it is simple as that for the recreate ECM. And again, can't emphasize enough grabbing that claim folder name and the claim file name, both premise and for online customers that are utilizing the cloud, of copying and paste that information in to help ensure that it goes to the correct location and correctly identifies it so you can find that batch. Is there any questions for me in regards to the recreate ECM processes? I don't see any at this time. Of course, anytime, if there are any concerns or questions, you can always give us a call on the support line of 1-800-987-0911, option 5, followed by option 6, and any of us in support are always happy to help you. Thank you so much for joining me today.